What's up? Good evening. Yup. I survived. I'm alive. I'm live and alive. Look at that. Another day. Bitch. I think, okay, we're good. I was like, I didn't think my volume was on for a second. We're good. This volume is cranked. Medium cranked. What do you call medium cranked? I don't know. That's why I call it medium cranked, because I don't know. What happened to me? I went on a trip. I survived. It was, granted, it was only 3 hours away. But you never know. You never know what can happen. A lot can happen 3 hours away. That was the first trip I've been on out of my fucking town for quite a while. I don't leave anymore, man. I don't do anything, and I don't go anywhere. I don't leave. I'm here. I have not left Texas in too long. God knows how long. I don't even like Texas. I'm just here. I'm just fucking here. But we're here tonight, man. We're here. We're good. What's up? I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did, in fact, go to a water park. That's another first of mine for me. It has been a while since I've gone to a water park. Imagine me walking around in a fucking swimsuit. Unheard of. Unheard of. But I got a nice G-string Speedo that goes right up the butt crack, and I rocked that thing all weekend. Even in the hotel. Even walking around the hotel. The G-string was lodged in my butt crack. Yeah, not really. Not really. I have two swimsuits. One is a cheetah print swimsuit, and one is black craft. I did wear the right shoes. That was a first. That's a first for a while. I got a pair of slides, and I was rocking the slides all weekend. It felt good to get out, but it feels equally good to be home. I like trips because it's a nice reset on life. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but you leave for like even a little bit. Anytime out of your house and you come back, and it's like you kind of come back with this fresh perspective on life. And I have that fresh perspective for now. For now. I don't know how long that lasts. I still got some cleaning to do. If I don't clean, that perspective will fade away at record speeds. We're gonna light up a nice pumpkin apple candle, because every day we get closer. Every day we get closer to the promised land that is fall. September is fall for me. It doesn't actually have to be fall, it just has to be September. And yes, you nailed it. That means it's Halloween. I had to take the lights out of here because the lights were fucking tacky. I don't know how else to put it. They were tacky, and they were annoying the shit out of me how they went up and around the arcade machine. Not a fan, but I did get two new pieces for this room. One, this microphone is actually on a stand. It's no longer on a fucking tiny little stand that I have to hold and carry around with me. We're locked in with a stand. There's a mic stand here now, so I don't have to touch it. That means I can't back up too far, but I don't have to touch it, and I love that. I can just hands-free. We're living in the future. I also got this, so when we're live, we'll know. This is live. Unless you're watching this in the future on the live channel as an archive, then it's not live, and this is a complete lie and a trick. But for now, we're live, dude. I gotta find a better spot for Kiss, mostly because I also want to continue putting up posters. I have two up there right now, but as you can see, there's two big gaps right there that I don't know what to put in. I have two gaps. I don't know what to fill those with. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to put here. I think I'm going to put a Till Death Do We Part poster here, and then God only knows what I'm going to put there. I think that it would be cool to finish an EP for the first time in, 3 years? 3 years since I've put out an EP. I don't even remember if it was 2021. It was 2021. It's been over 3 years. I think it would be cool to finish a full-length EP and put artwork for that up there instead of just another single, which I did confirm. This weekend that I will be doing a feature on my next song. So I'm pretty excited about that because I have not done that since like 2018. So I won't be alone. What's up, Kaylee? It has been a minute. It's been a minute, and that's life. The passage of time is it's cool. It's cool. It's going at a nice pace. I did get confirmation. Scuff, I sent him the song I played the preview of last time, which I would be more than happy to play the preview of again, because it's been like 4 days since I've listened to it. I did make some changes today earlier, but I think that's the next one. It sounds close enough to run that I think it's like compatible, and then I'll probably do a couple more in that same style and like finish off an EP, and then God only knows the direction I want to go from there. But I think what's important for me at this point is just finishing something. Just actually finishing something. I still have a whole store available. If you go to jakebateman.club, that website should be updated relatively soon, but one thing at a time is kind of how I live my life. I am my entire team. I don't have a team of people to do things for me, so it is me, myself, and I for every aspect of what I do, which is fine. I'm kind of a control freak, a little bit, when it comes to that kind of stuff, but in all other aspects of my life, I'm the opposite of a control freak, whatever that would be. I go with the flow too much sometimes. What's up, Shavante? Hold your peace. Who do we got in here, man? Identify yourselves. Say hello. Or else. Man. You see this? This is a hammer. You know why I bought a hammer? One guess. You know why I bought a hammer? Self-defense. It is hey, it's not about the size of the hammer. It's about how you use it. So back off. I'm just kidding. I bought this so I could hang up a picture. I have a pretty heavy picture frame in my room. And for most things, I use like little tape or whatever. Not like tape, but like, you know, tape for hanging photos. It works. Because most of the picture frames I have and most of the poster frames I have are cheap plastic from Walmart. But I have a picture of Gene Simmons from, it's like an article, like a picture from a magazine from like in the 1970s. And it's in this like antique frame. And that frame is heavy. And I could risk it and try to hang it up with this. I have it right here. I don't know what the fuck this is called. It's like command strips is pretty much what this is. I could try to risk it and hang it up with this. But then I put myself in the position of potentially being asleep one night and that thing falling off the wall and knocking 2 shelves worth of shit down. And I don't want that. Dude! Hell yeah! I've been waiting for that. I updated that too, man. No more Homer Simpson. No more random shit. It's all cohesive now. So anytime you follow, anytime you subscribe, it's different for gifted subs from like regular subs. It's all different. It's all cohesive. Ah! Thank you. I need to put the hammer down. I'm going to get violent. Thank you. I appreciate that. The subscriptions directly will reflect in the quality of this room. I have a whole list of things that I want to get for this room to kind of pimp it out for the remaining time I have here in this apartment. I don't know how long that's going to be. I mean, I'm thinking probably it's August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. I got like a good fucking 10 months left. So over the course of this next year or so, I have a couple of things that I want to get to kind of bring up the vibes in this room. And the next thing I want to do is either get a desk, so I can get it's like a desk with 2 layers, 1 layer for your mouse, your keyboard, the second layer for your monitor, so it's kind of raised up, and then it's a bigger desk so I can get a second monitor. Dude, that's so magical. Thank you, Dragomir. Is that not most magical thing? That's incredibly magical. That's a sub for Mimilu. Hell yeah. But I want to get a desk, a dual layer desk, so I can get a second monitor, and we can, like, I don't have to play shit like on a minimized screen right next to the one. Yo! Look at that! See what I'm talking about? That says bits donation in the font, dude. Thank you, Nicole. We are right on the verge of a hype train, which also, fucking, dude, now's the time. You got bits, you got subs, throw them now. Let's see the hype train update, man. I think you will enjoy it. It's a small change, but it's a change nonetheless. The other thing I want to get, I would love to get a table for back here behind me. It's just a regular table, but I want to put on that table, I want to put like a nice little decanter. If you don't know what a decanter is, it's that glass thing that it holds different types of alcohols. My decanters in my house right now I have filled with water, so it's the illusion of alcohol in my house without there being any alcohol in my house for the time being. But I want to get a little table, put a little, a glass plate, a decanter, and some cups, and I think that would also kind of build up the vibes in here, because I've been doing more actual recording in here, mostly with only with Scuff. That shit just makes me want to start levitating. Yeah, I appreciate you. That's we're like one more from a hype train. Yeah, no black lipstick tonight. I got ready about 30 minutes ago, and it's one of those things. I was like, could put the lipstick on, but also I'm gonna take it right back off afterwards. Is it worth it? Most times, no. Because you know why? Because I go to bed. I can assign special roles, actually. That's a great idea. If VIP, I got you. Dry. You want to give subs? Give subs. You get VIP status. What does that do? It makes you look like a G. Searching for words. I tend to do that where more comes out of my mouth before I can think about it. I start sentences before I know the end all the time. But yes, I want to get posters for up there. I want to finish the wall off. I want to get a table with a decanter on there. I want to get a new desk. I want to get a new chair. This chair is fine, but also it's a little destroyed. This is my brother's old computer chair. He got a new one, and he gave me the old one. So we're sitting in a recycled chair. It's a nice chair. It's got nice back support, but it's a little torn up. It's missing the headrest because it snapped off, and this piece right here is all destroyed. I don't know how that happened. I'm quite frankly afraid to ask. I don't want to know. How do you do it? I don't know. I know how to destroy a computer chair, but I don't know how to destroy the arm. Unless you are clawing at it with your hands, just picking away slowly. I don't know. I don't do that. My old chair was destroyed because I would sit in it. I need to get a new chair, man. I have this nice... I'll show you. Let me pull this up. Let's see. You want to see what's on the list? First thing on the list, this is like excessive. This is not necessary, but it would be very cool to have just sitting on the desk, especially the new desk. So there's this. It's called a stream deck. You can put like little sound effects on there. You can switch screens. That's really the only two things I would be using it for, is to switch between screens a lot quicker without having to pull this screen up. I could just do it. And then a little soundboard would be cool. You know, I've been listening to a couple different podcasts, and a couple of them have soundboards, and I think it's fun. Really add some emphasis to what you're saying. You want to say something and then do a little slide whistle? You can with the soundboard. The next thing, this is the chair that I want to get. I feel like it fits the vibes of the room immaculately. Is it comfortable? I hope so. But does it look like it would be? Decently. It looks decently comfortable. Very simple. Very chic. Easy. Just that. That would replace this chair. And it has less arms, which is, you know, the arms in the chair, it's okay. But it's not the best because those arms are a lot smaller. But, you know, the other chair I used to have before this, I found in the trash, and it didn't have arms. Very uncomfortable chair. But the lack of arms was kind of cool, because when I would play guitar or be recording guitar in the chair, I wouldn't have to like sit on the very edge of the chair itself. So, small quality of life improvements, but improvements nonetheless. Have a good night, Kaylee. Thank you for popping through. I appreciate you. It's been a while. You're right. It's been a while, but I'm always here. I'm here pretty frequently now. We've been on a pretty good roll of at least once a week, and I've decided that this is where I want to spend my time. Videos, I want to find a better way to go about YouTube videos, but for the time being, live streaming is the shit. It's the shit, man. I can just come here. We can have some good conversation. Sometimes some deep conversation. Sometimes some bullshit conversation. You never know. It depends on the mood of that day. But I love live streaming. I'm going to plug the live channel another time here, because if you didn't know, I do have a channel for live streams now. So if you miss a stream, you can go over to this channel, and now this channel is the home of all of my streams. So like this one, it'll be up there. You'll be able to go back, you'll be able to watch it. It's got the date that the stream happened, and each title kind of has a little breakdown of what is in that stream. So I highly recommend going and subscribing to this channel. I would appreciate it. That's the link. I just put it in the chat. If you want to click on that link and subscribe, I think we're at like 1,320 subscribers over there. And like I said, it'll be kind of like the next day after that stream, I'll pop up the previous one over there. So your name, now I've got your name locked in now. You are Logan. I've got your name locked in now because you asked me before. Before it was a little bit like, I feel like I remember, but now I know it. I know it again. You just got to come here. You just got to be here, and I will learn. I will learn for the most part. If you don't change your username, you change your username, done. Done. You're going to need to remind me. Here's the desk I want to get for the bedroom, too. Or not the bedroom. This is not a bedroom. There's no bed. I don't have to do that anymore. It's been a while since I've had the bedroom in here. This is the desk. So it's a double-layer desk. Pretty straightforward. That's the goal. Little by little, we're gonna continue to upgrade this room and continue to stream and continue to find ways to grow the stream. Hopefully on the road towards partner. So anytime I go live, if you want to help out, the best way to do that is to share the stream, whether you got like a Discord with people in it, Instagram, Twitter, retweeting my shit, anything to help get some new faces in here, as well as retain familiar faces. The goal, I have accomplished all of the check boxes for partnership on Twitch. The only one we're missing is 70 plus concurrent viewers. We usually hover around 30 to 50 concurrent viewers. So you being here, like I said, even if you can't subscribe to the stream and support that way, being here really does contribute towards that goal of getting a partnership. What comes along with a partnership? I don't exactly know, but it's a goal for myself, and I think it's important to try to accomplish your goals, man. You know, set goals for yourself and then try to accomplish those goals. And don't fucking give up until you've accomplished that goal. Don't give up. You might need to go back to the drawing board a couple of times, but don't give up. You hear me? Don't give up. The hammer has nothing to do with this. I'm just telling you, with a hammer. This is a little more threatening. Is it a threat? No. It's a promise. Don't give up. Whatever it is you do. Whatever you do in life, set goals. You need to, like, tier list your goals too. Like, you have an ultimate goal. Like for me, that's to have a house. I want a house. I want a dirt bike. I want a Cadillac, like a 1970s Cadillac. You know, those are like long-term life goals, you know. You need some shorter-term goals that are more realistically accomplishable in a smaller period of time. And then you need smaller goals even under that, which is like your daily wake up, take a shit. Yes, exactly, get a chair. You know, those are things that we can accomplish and do realistically within like a month. You know, you could take a shit today. You don't need to wait for that. You can tell yourself, today I'm going to take a shit. It might not be the fattest shit I've ever taken, but god damn it, I'm taking a shit. And then once you do it, you can cross it off the list. And then, you know, maybe that will give you the inspiration to do something a little more impressive than take a shit, you know? It's not like it's not impressive to not take a shit, you know? That's good. It's healthy. That's human. You're supposed to do that. If you're not doing that, there's a problem. You know, you can only do that for so long. But the point being, go out and get yourself a hammer. This makes me feel powerful. I haven't even used it yet, and I'm not gonna use it. It's 11:30. I don't think the neighbors would appreciate me hammering into the wall. But I'm gonna use it tomorrow, goddammit. You know? I'm gonna use this hammer tomorrow. There's a goal. I'm gonna set that goal. And you know what? When I get a new desk, I'm gonna destroy this one with this same hammer. I don't know, you know, this hammer was like $3, which I was impressed with. I really went to the store, and I had no kind of inclination on how much a hammer costs. I just knew I needed a hammer. I knew I needed some nails. Didn't find the nails. I only found like picture frame hangers, which had nails in them. So that will work. But I didn't know. I was like, a hammer. I feel like a hammer could easily be like $5, but I also felt just as easily that a hammer could be like $30. I was like, I don't know. It's metal. You know, I don't know how much this costs them to make. So a live stream destroying the desk would be great, but we need to get the new one first. That's kind of the idea. So once that new one is set up and everything's ready to go, I will happily drag this desk into the middle of the room and destroy the shit out of it. Even more than it is right now. This desk is pretty absolutely ravaged. I actually have stickers on this desk. There was a night that I may or may not have had a little bit too much to drink. And I took my microphone and I was just like emphasizing my words. I think I was streaming too, unfortunately. But I was emphasizing my words and slamming that microphone on the desk. Because you gotta, you know, it emphasizes your words. And I left big holes on the desk. There's like 3 pretty decently sized holes in this desk. And I covered them with stickers. And then I flipped the desk around, and now 2 of the stickers are covered by my computer monitor. So it kind of worked itself out. But even without the holes, there's like chips all over this desk. There's just like it looks like I had spilled something on this desk at one point and not wiped it up fast enough, and then the desk started to bubble. I don't even know how the fuck that happens. But this desk is nearing the end of its life. My plan originally was to get a new one when I moved into this place. Didn't happen. And you know what? You know how things go. When it doesn't happen, something doesn't happen, it kind of slips out of your mind, and then you just continue in the circle of life. You know? You just keep going. Life keeps rolling. So that's kind of what happened. I never got a desk. So a desk is at the forefront of my mind. I want a desk. I want a table. I want a decanter. I want a stream deck so I could do some sound effects. That's it. That's it. You know, if you have any kind of, you know, I'm always open to suggestions too. If you have something you would like to see in streams other than me yap and run my mouth, which I love to do, I'll do that all day. But you want some like themes that does not include taking a nap. I'm more than happy to listen and have an open mind to suggestions and implement those things into these streams and these, you know, if it's like YouTube videos. Always open suggestions. You have more of an impact than you may believe. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I did have a cardboard cutout of Kiss that was actually behind me for the last couple of streams here. I just needed to put that sign somewhere, and that sign is perfectly placed because my head goes here, and Kiss was exactly where that sign is. So now I've got to figure out where to put the gigantic Kiss cutout. That's part of the next goal here. What I would love to do is transform my closet into like a little recording booth, but I just have so much shit, man. Anybody else just have so much shit? I have too much shit. I have so much shit that I can't even open the closet door. The closet door opens about a foot and a half, and then it stops. There's so much shit in my closet. So much shit in my closet that I can't even open the closet door. And you know what would be awesome is like what I used to have, and then I even need to have this. This is when I lived in my parents' house. My parents don't give a shit if I'm loud. Beyond a certain point, beyond a reasonable point. It's not gonna be like 3 a.m. I'll be up here screaming. But I would love to take this. I have a giant blanket. You see this black hole on the floor? That's a giant soundproof blanket that I put there because the neighbors downstairs were knocking when I was singing one day. I was offended. I was like, what? You don't like it? Is it me? Is it my voice? You gotta knock on the ceiling? Those are high ceilings. You're committed to knocking to tell me to shut the fuck up. So I have this giant soundproof blanket that is intended to be used for something like turning a closet into a little booth or something like that. But now I use it on the floor because God only knows if it does anything. All I know is I had it there for a while and it was fine. I took it away and I was singing or trying to figure out singing like vocals. I was like trying to figure out what to do. It was about 9 o'clock at night and I just hear doo, 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 right below me. And every now and then you'll hear bumps. Like, I hear bumps above me all the time. I even hear bumps below me sometimes. You could tell they're not targeted because it's just kind of like one-off. You know? It is not anything huge. It sounds like people are just living their lives. That one was targeted. Fully targeted towards me. And I don't want any beef. Last apartment, I wouldn't have given two shits. I don't care at my last apartment. Here, I care. I don't want trouble with the neighbors. He says, with a hammer. I don't want trouble with the neighbors. And I'm not gonna have trouble with the neighbors, okay? This hammer wouldn't do anything. I'm pretty sure the guy downstairs owns a gun. You know why I'm pretty sure the guy downstairs owns a gun? Because I accidentally opened his Amazon package, and it was mysterious. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was for us. I just opened it up, and I was like, wait a second. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, did my brother order this? It looked like... I don't even know what it looked like, to be honest. I had to Google it because I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at. And come to find out, I typed in the brand name. I don't remember the brand name, but I typed it in. And it was a gun holster. It was a gun holster that I accidentally opened. Of all the packages I could accidentally open, I opened this man's gun holster. So, long story short, I don't know how that guy is downstairs. All I know is that he probably has a gun. If you're gonna buy a holster, I would assume that you own a gun. So I'm not trying to piss the guy off downstairs. You know? Now, you come up to my apartment and you knock on the door with a gun, that's a whole different story. I don't think you can just do that. Texas or not, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you could just come upstairs with a gun. You know? But, dude, I don't even want to push it. I don't even want to push it, dude. What if he starts shooting through the ceiling? You know? What if he puts his ear to the ceiling to hear exactly where the sound is coming from, and then he just starts blasting directly underneath me? Texas does love guns, man. I have a BB gun, so if he really wanted to go for it, you know, I could probably get a few good shots off on him. You know, if we wanted to have a little old school Western duel, I could probably get a couple shots off and, you know, potentially debilitate him, you know, or incapacitate him. That would be the goal. You know, go for like this area, the triangle of death in the neck, incapacitate him, and then finish him off. But I'm trying to say, I hope it doesn't come to that. It won't come to that. I'm putting that in there right now. It won't come to that. We've been cool. I've heard no knocking now for like the past almost 2 months now. Although the other day I had Scuff over and he was recording some screams in here. Oh my god, that was terrifying. It was the middle of the day. There was no justifiable reason to be super pissed at me because it was the middle of the day and we ended up recording those screams probably collectively 15 minutes total. But just knowing, I know that was audible to both upstairs, downstairs, outside, wherever. I know everybody could hear that. So that was a little terrifying. But we did it. We knocked him out. We got it done. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. It's so satisfying now. If you're not following the stream, absolutely follow the stream. If you're not subscribed and you have any kind of ability to subscribe, do it. Because I want to see those new things pop up. They all have different sound effects. We're going to go ahead and boost the subscription goal. Thank you, by the way. We're going to go ahead and boost that up now from 30 to 40. 10 at a time. That's what we do. We're going to do 10 at a time. That's realistic. When I say realistic goals, that's exactly what I mean. 10 at a time. Once we hit 50, I will be giving away the last... This is quite literally the last piece of Your Brand New Obsession history that I own. I don't have anything else. That's it. I don't even own my own CDs and t-shirts and shit. The only one I have left is a leftover t-shirt that I will be giving away when we hit 50 subscribers again. The other one has been shipped off and more than likely delivered. So, I kept my word. I did it. I delivered it. I didn't deliver it. I delivered it to the post office who then delivered. I'm not fucking... No way. That was far away, dude. I'm not going. I'm not driving. I have a mixed relationship with driving. I don't mind it. but I don't enjoy it. But you know what I do like? I like to listen to music. And you get to listen to music in the car. You know what I also like? Listening to podcasts. You can do that in the car too. So it's kind of a nice way to disconnect for like however long a drive is. For me, long is 40 minutes. 40 minutes, and it's a long drive. 30 and under, piece of cake. 30 to 40, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. Pushing it. Under that, easy. I don't mind. I take it back. I don't have a mixed relationship with driving. Driving is fine. It's easy. Easy enough. It's kind of fun sometimes, too. You get the right song going. Driving can feel very cinematic. And if it's the right time of year, not right now when it's fucking 107 degrees outside, it can be very peaceful, actually, to drive with the window open. You got some cool air coming in. Your hair is blowing in the breeze. It's kind of magical. So, the trip was fantastic. It's nice to get out of the house. And get out of the house more than, like, just going somewhere that's, like, 20 minutes away and then coming home. It's nice to be out of the house for any kind of extended period of time. Like I said earlier, I haven't been on a trip, like a trip for a while, so it was nice to get out. It's nice to be back with a fresh state of mind, I guess, too. But yeah, it was good. It was refreshing. It was all good times, all good people. Very satisfied, very happy, very fulfilled. And now I'm ready for the rest of the year. That trip was my marker for August because I want August to fly by. August is a F tier month. F tier month. August sucks. Nothing cool happens in August. It's the hottest month of the year. It is like frustratingly hot outside in August. To the point you go outside, even to go to your car, and it like, the heat pisses me off. It's incredible that weather can do that. But it does that to me. I'll step outside for like a little bit, and I will get in my car, and like, even with the air kicking, my back will be completely soaked by the time I get to my destination. Even with the air going. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just sweaty now. That's cool. Thanks. I'm just sweaty as fuck now. So, I'm so ready for August to be over. I'm ready for September. August Burns Anger. I never listened to August Burns Red, man. I had so many friends in school that, like, that was one of them that they, you know, I got introduced to a lot of music by my friends. That's kind of how I went down the path that I did. I had some friends that, you know, they dabbled, right? But then they introduced that stuff to me, and then I kind of took it and ran with it. But August Burns Red was one I never ran with. You know, it was more like Asking Alexandria, Miss May I. Trying to think of bands that my friends introduced me to. Those were two big ones for me in like 9th grade. Attack was pretty banging. Anything really that had the synth. I'm a sucker for synth and metal. Synth and metal for some reason goes together so well. I don't know why it does, but I'm on the team of hell yeah when it comes to putting synth into metal. Like a nice metal breakdown with some like keyboard synth going. It's incredible. Motionless in White. I found Motionless in White on my own. But yes, I definitely I don't really listen to Motionless in White anymore, but if I pulled up a couple of their albums, man, those are one of those bands that I would say up until Reincarnate, those songs are burned into my brain. Specifically, I think it was Infamous was the album. I want to double check myself here. I need to verify this, but I think it was Infamous. But that album, if that's what it's called, it's the one where he's like in front of the vanity mirror. Infamous, yeah. Infamous 2012. This Motionless in White album was like, that was the one for me. That was peak. It had Devil's Night. America was sick. Cinematic was crazy. Hate Fuck. Infamous, of course. There's a lot of good ones on there, man. And then even Reincarnate. Reincarnate kind of toned it down a little bit, but Reincarnate was still super cool, man. Still super catchy. Creatures. I used to have this is tragic. You want to hear a tragic story? I used to have a box of CDs. Like, I used to buy CDs all the time. It's kind of the way I treat vinyl now. Instead of buying CDs, I'll buy vinyl records. And I won't really listen to them. You know, I won't, like, put them on I have a record player right there. Don't get me wrong. But I also have YouTube Music. So, you know, I could just do that, and it comes through speakers that sound 10 times better than what is coming out of that record player. But I used to buy CDs all the time. And one time I had this friend in high school that had a signed Creatures album by Motionless in White. And it took quite a bit of convincing to have her give that to me. But I did it. I did it because she said that it was like her friends and they gave it to her, and she didn't even really listen to Motionless in White. So every day we had the same music theory class. Every day I would chip away. Like, hey, you can give me that CD? She'd say, yeah, I'll bring it. She'd forget. Time would pass. I'd say, hey, gonna bring me that CD? And then one day she did. And that had like all the original members' signatures on it. I don't even remember the original members at this point, but I know one of them is in Escape the Fate now. Like TJ Bell, I believe. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But all I know is I had a signed Creatures album from Motionless in White, and I treasured that thing. And it was in a box of CDs that I had that was in my parents' house. And then I moved out when I was like 20, and I didn't move back to Texas until I was like 24, I think I was, when I moved back here. Either 23 or 24, but no matter what, during that 3-year stint, a lot of the stuff that I had left here, they either sold or gave away, including my box of CDs that I had collected the shit out of since I was like 13. So that one hurt for a minute. I'm over it now. I'm not a very materialistic person, you know. I've gone through enough times in my life where I own stuff and then I either sell it or throw it all away and then start from scratch. I've done that enough now to where I don't really get attached to objects like I used to. I could I preferably don't want to start from scratch. I'm a little more attached to my stuff now, actually, than I ever have been. Mostly because I feel like I actually have stuff that I like and is mine now. So it took a little bit of self-discovery for that to kind of kick back in. But, you know, I had like a 3DS. I had a skateboard that I threw away. I had I had an old whole computer desk and shit. Like, basically all of the furniture that I owned in any apartment that I lived in California. Fresh slate. Thank you for the follow. I started with a fresh slate a few times now, where you have nothing, and then you've got to just get stuff again, and it sucks. So a lot of the stuff I want to keep. That's why I'm a little nervous. When I move from here, a lot of the stuff I have now, like I said, I have so much shit. And I don't want to lose it, But I also don't believe in putting shit into a storage unit. I feel like that's like a scam a little bit, if you don't need it. But I guess you would need it if you don't want to throw it all away. And I don't want to throw it all away, so I have like enough stuff to fit in 2 rooms. So realistically, I need to get myself into a position by next year, in the next 10 months, I need to get myself into a position where I can get a 2-bedroom. Anything I do, I need it to be a 2-bedroom. Because otherwise, I have too much stuff for a 1-bedroom. That's the truth. I have too much shit. This room, combined with what's in my bedroom, would not be possible in a 1-bedroom. It just wouldn't. Minimal, I used to like minimal, and I think that's a great idea for that exact reason, but I'm like one of those people that I have to like put shit all over the walls, and I need to fill out any kind of blank space. Like, this room was crafted. It's still being crafted, but I need shit everywhere. Not too much. I don't want to do hoarder's level of stuff, but it needs to be like my brain. I have a vision for like rooms, and I need to go through with it. I'm on the verge of dyeing my hair again. I think that in the next couple months here, I'm gonna put some more color into my hair. It has been over 2 years since I've done that, so I'm thinking I'm ready again. It was like 2022 was the last time I had any color in my hair. I think it's about time for that. I just have the itch. My hair is finally getting long. My hair is the longest it's ever been in my life, and you know, 2 things I've always wanted is like long hair, but also color in my hair, and I've achieved 1 of 2 at separate times. So never had 2 of 2, and I have a friend who can do that for me now, so thinking about it. Before I tell you what colors I was thinking, what color do you think would be cool? I have 2 specific colors in mind that I think would be very cool to do together, but I'm interested to see. Green would be crazy. I've never had green in my hair. I've only done my hair blue once. I've never done that again since like 2017. I don't think I would do blue again. The colors I was thinking and that I think would be the best is red and pink together. I don't know how the layout would be on that exactly, but I think that it would be very cool to have some reds and some pinks in my hair. Because usually when I do eyeshadow, I tend to stick. Naturally, I gravitate towards like a pinkish purple and red. Like tonight I did red. I don't know why. I think I just like those colors a lot. So I don't know how intense it would be, because my hair used to be really pink. Like really pink, man. I don't think I would do it that intense again. But I want to do something. I want to keep getting tattooed. I want to put more color in my hair. I'm done with piercings for now. Still waiting on the septum to heal so I can get one that's not so tiny. This is so tiny. It's the tiniest piercing in the world. But I used to have a lot of pink in my hair. I'm trying to pull this up. I had pink, and then I had some red in my hair, which I thought was cool, but I also went through a period where I was like, fuck this, no color in my hair, I don't want it. So I took it out, and then I just dyed it all black again. But my hair used to be fully pink, man. Like, there was pink with black underneath it, but, like, for the most part, it was just pink, dude. I can't... The focus is crazy on this thing, but you can see what's going on there. But there was that, and then, like, the underside of it was black, so... But, yeah. That is kind of crazy. I don't think I would do that again, because that's intense. That's a lot of hair color. That was a lot of work to maintain too, on top of that. But then I did do some red in my hair before too, like this, and that was pretty cool. I'm not opposed to something like this again. I think that was pretty cool. I just, like, I don't know, when it wasn't the completed look, like, that is what I would consider complete. Like, it has the makeup to accompany it. I styled it, but, like, when I would wake up, I felt a little bit like Ronald McDonald, I'm not gonna lie, when there was just, like, the red with the curly, and I just was not ready to go. Arguably, I would say it would be more like Ronald McDonald to have all the makeup on top of it, but it didn't feel like it, you know? I felt more like a clown when I wasn't, like, done up. So that red was very short-lived. I don't regret going back to not having color in my hair. I think it served me well, but I'm also just getting the itch to, like, modify myself again, for lack of a better word, I guess. You know, I already know the next tattoo I want to get. I'm gonna finish off my shoulder, so we have this one here now, and I want to get like a ghost or something of the sort, like an old school spooky ghost with the tail. The tail kind of goes into there, and it works its way up to about right here. Like, not huge tattoo, but big enough to fill that space, because there definitely is a gap there now that I thought that this one that I got on my shoulder was gonna fill. But when he put the stencil there, it fits very well with these two. So he kind of designed it to do that. So I let him do his thing. That's kind of how tattoos are. Unless you're getting one big cohesive piece, a lot of times you're just filling gaps. And that's what I've been doing for years. I'm just filling gaps. And every time you get another one, you got to fill that gap that you create a new gap until your whole body is covered. I wasn't thinking about shading around the Reaper, but if anything, I was thinking maybe like a spider web going up around him, depending on how big this ghost is and what it means for up here. I was thinking kind of spider web around it, you know, kind of going up onto it. So yeah, I think that's kind of the vibes, man. Kind of the vibes. I want to try to do that either next month or in October, I think would be cool. Because I've got the bug again. I lost it for a long time. I kind of just didn't give a shit. I was like, I've got what I've got, and that's how it is. You know, for a long time, I just had this idea of, oh man, tattoos are expensive. You know, I'll get them when I can. And then time kept passing, and I wasn't getting any. And then I was like, man, I haven't gotten tattooed for like 3-something years. If I keep this up, I will be an old man, regretting that I never finished my tattoos. So I've gotten 3 this year, and that's more than I've gotten for a while. And I don't count tattooing myself. To me, that doesn't count. So I'm going to keep it going. That's what I need to do. I need to keep the energy alive of changing shit up that I want done to my body. So Eric Griffin from Murder Dolls. Isn't there also an Eric Griffin that's a comedian? I will make sure to type in. Yeah, there is Eric Griffin, comedian. He was the guy. He played. He was on Workaholics, man. I don't remember his name on Workaholics, but he was. I don't know. He was on Workaholics. That's pretty cool. Some red in the bangs. I dig that. Hey, I appreciate you with the follow. Thanks for hitting me with the follow. Here's what we're looking at here. That's pretty cool. You know, you got a little bit in the bangs. That's kind of the idea. I don't know. So that's where I think I would ask. They even got some pink in there too, like some pinks and reds. That's what I'm talking about. He looks pretty fucking cool, man. He looks pretty cool. I think I could pull something like this off. He plays bass too, huh? So do I. Wow. I do want to get lip color like that too. See that, like reddish, that dark red? I love that. All I've got right now is black. But yeah, he looks cool as fuck. That's cool. Very cool. I would see stuff like this when I was younger, and this kind of shit would dictate my future. I was like, man, I want to look like them. I feel like I'm getting there. But yeah, that's very cool. I like that. That's the vibes. Oh. Man. I wish I had some shit to show you. You know, I wish I had some stuff to show you, but tonight I plan on writing. I was very torn between stream and write music, but I figured I could do both, and I figured the right order to do that in was to pop on and kind of check in, for lack of a better word, and hey, I survived type thing. But I don't have anything to show you song-wise. I just have the old preview I played last time, which I'm still stoked about. I mean, I'm still stoked about it. I'll play that one more time. You want to hear that? Do we want to hear that again? It is immortalized on YouTube, actually, but I don't know how it's been an hour, but it's about time for a mac and cheese feast. And then writing some music, so I'm going to play the guitar solo that I did at the end of this. So, here's kind of like the end of the chorus. Oh, dude, my stomach's been growling. My stomach has stayed growling all day. The only thing I've had today is I've been making this concoction that I started making it. It's chocolate milk mixed with instant breakfast, mixed with protein powder / mass gainer, because that's another one of my goals for the remainder of this year, is to gain about 20 pounds. That's hard to do. If I've learned anything from trying to do that for God knows how long now, it's hard to do. I almost did it last year, but then I got into my old habits of not eating anything all day. And we're following that trend today, so I need to make sure I eat something, because I am down to like a very low weight, and you know, that's not cool. I'm a hard gainer, dude. It's hard for me to gain weight, but fuck, man. I'm not satisfied with where I'm at right now. So I'm going to devour some mac and cheese, but first I will play the end of this. This is probably going to be the next song with a feature on it. So here we go. I think that's the next one. And then if all goes right, we should be seeing a Young Scuff feature on that song. And if all goes extra right, it should be released next month. I'm going to spend the rest of this month kind of making sure everything's good with the instrumental and re-recording my bits, maybe rewriting a few parts of it that I'm not too stoked with. And then hopefully Scuff will just write his parts, and then he comes over here just about every week anyways, so we'll take some time out of that day to record his shit. I'll pop it in there, and then my goal is to have that song out by the middle of September. So we'll get some photos done. I'll make some like merchandise and shit. We'll kind of revamp the store, all that stuff. But that is the goal, is to have that song out. Mid-September is my deadline for myself, because it has been now since March since I put a song out. So I have a bad habit of putting something out and then just letting time completely pass by without putting anything else out. Like, I think the last song that I had put out was this here. This came out March 31st, 2022. And Run didn't come out until I think it was like March 10th or something of this year. So I went like 2 fucking years without putting a song out. That's too long. I'm debating like touching this one up and putting it on an EP. I think that would be very cool. I still like this song a lot, and I think it still fits the vibes of the other songs I've been writing, so. It's out of my hands, ain't it pitiful watching me learn. We're going to let this one ride us out. All I can think about is a huge ass bowl of macaroni and cheese, so I think that's what's on the agenda. But we're going to jam this and then probably call it a night. Short little stream. Nothing crazy. I'm just here to check in, and I'm alive. Like I said, that's it. Can't leave it to chance, or I swear that the rest of me burns. This song was inspired by Bateman. I've said that before, but what would be cool? Can we find a... Is this the right one? Hell yeah. All right, we're going to play this with this. See if this works. So I wrote this song after I saw Bateman in theaters. And here's... It matches the vibes, man. It's out of my hands, ain't it pitiful watching me learn. Can't leave it to chance, or I swear that the new Deadpool movie kicked ass. Yes. This movie was so good. That was ridiculous, man. I'm bleak from how long it's been. It does. It's nice. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This movie was a fucking 10 out of 10. What's up, Tess? The red. That's why I love this movie, is the red. Highly recommend seeing this movie. I don't see movies very much in theaters, but I saw this one twice. The vibes of this movie are immaculate. So sick. Yeah, that's it, man. It works. I'm telling you. All right, we don't even listen to it. You're right again. I heard it. We heard it. That's the last time I put a song out, man. Other than March, so I'm trying not to get in that habit again. I appreciate that. That's crazy. That's old, man. That's like 2017. I feel like my life is separated into categories. And 2017, a lot happened in 2017 for me, man. But that's cool. That album put a lot into that, so that's very cool. That you still listen to that. Number one, I appreciate that. And that's pretty cool. You have a CD. I don't even have that CD anymore. You know, I made that mistake of not keeping stuff, but I do keep stuff now. I still have some CDs, but I wish I still had that one, but I do not. But yeah, that was a different time, man. Different time. But there's some songs on there that still I'll play every now and then, and it's cool. It's fun to look back at stuff that you've done in the past, and I'm grateful that my work ethic used to be gnarly, like fucking gnarly, dude. I used to have a crazy work ethic, and it kind of fell off. I've regained it over the past like year or so. Like, I guess inspiration might be the right word to use there, but I have a lot of inspiration to like create stuff again. For a while I just didn't care about anything really, but I do, and I want to do bigger and better things every time I try to attack like a goal or something like that. So, but yeah, I should have something coming out in September, so that's that, man. That's really that. I wish I had more exciting shit to share with you. I've already played the Til Death demos to death. No pun intended. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's the other thing I want to do this month, or I guess next month. It already feels like September to me. This month can just die. It was a great month. Don't get me wrong. Good month. No complaints. Just fuck August altogether. But I want to finish off the demos that I've been writing for Till Death Do We Part. I'll play a couple. We'll just beat them to absolute death. They're already dead and in the ground, but not really. I've only played them a couple of times, but I'll play a couple of what I've got. Very different than the stuff I've been writing for myself, and that's kind of the idea, but I just love fun stuff for Till Death Do We Part. Is like the idea is just make it fun, lighthearted, and easily digestible. So here's something. This one doesn't have any kind of vocals on it whatsoever, but Yeah, I pretty much do everything myself. I don't know the last time I had somebody else work on any kind of music I've released. There's that one. This one has some vocals on it, but again, these are all just these aren't even finished demos at this point. So what you hear is not what you will get. I need to re-record pretty much all of it. Still need a mix. These aren't mastered, nothing. So, but this one's catchy as fuck. I like this one. It's missing a lot too. Like there's some empty ass parts. So there'll be guitar here, more synth, all that shit. I love the synth too. This one's catchy, bro. That's that one. What else we got in here? Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Yeah, you can tell the levels are all crazy. That one's not that loud, then this next one's loud as fuck. There's that one. There's this one, which really only has the ending. I like that one a lot. This one's pretty cool too. A little different pace. I use STL tones, so they're all like digital. It's like $10 a month, and you have like a shitload of presets, and then you also can like tweak them to be your own and save them. So I tend to stick to like 1 or 2 different presets, but they sound all right. They sound all right. Oh, I don't have anything new for the revamp, but if anything comes out this year, it will be that. I do plan on finishing those up by October. And then when the day comes that we release our original EP, I want to put out the revamped ones, which I've decided they'll have the original vocals on there, but all the instrumentals will be polished, like redone. So that's kind of what to expect this year is October. There'll be like all new merch. It's like all new, but all based on the old artwork and stuff, because it will be 7 years since we put out our first one. So I don't know. I don't know. It depends. I suck at writing lyrics, man. I say I suck, but I think they end up okay, but the process of writing lyrics is my least favorite part of making music. I never know what the fuck to write about. That's the problem. So I just kind of like start writing words, and if it starts flowing together, I'm like, okay, what's this song about? I don't really exactly know, but it sounds cool. Then there's this one. I wrote this one's the oldest one. I started writing these in like February. So this one's from fucking February at this point, which is crazy, but what's up, Sarah? I like the bridge on this one is cool because it goes up. A cool little clapping part in here too. Yeah, Johnny know I'm writing. What my plan is to finish off probably about like I haven't sent them all to him because what I want to do is, so for a long time we've had like this method that doesn't really work. From what I've learned is, it kind of like is a road to nowhere a lot of times. Like when we released Choke, which was like 2-3 years ago at this point, that was actually going to be part of a full like EP. There was going to be a full EP of songs that sounded like Choke. We had like literally the demo instrumentals and everything. We even had vocals for some of it. But like just our method, how we went about it wasn't the greatest. And then we were going to a producer, but it was a mistake on my part really, but the producer was in Australia, so trying to coordinate somebody else to make your music for you and like produce it, and they live on the other side of the fucking earth, not the greatest idea, not the greatest move. So we ended up just putting out one song, and then like going from there, it's kind of like been a process of like write, and then it kind of goes nowhere, right? It goes nowhere. So like this year I really kind of honed in on like, I would like to get like 10 songs, like a full album's worth of songs. And then once I have all 10 of those demos, the idea is to kind of have like a package, I suppose, of here's the idea, here's the demos, there's all the blank parts for him to write his own shit too, and then from there it's like all the demos are already done, so now let's take those demos. It will be all self-produced. I've been like trying to get better, and I have gotten better at like like mixing, mastering, all that stuff. So we just need to find a way, whether that's him coming here or recording there, get his vocals written and recorded, and then send over to me, and then I'll start piecing together the final album, and then have that like almost, if not fully done, and then start releasing songs instead of like put a song out and then have no plan. There will be a plan for this one. That's my plan. My plan is to actually have a plan for the first time. Because we've done it before where we'll be across the country from each other. Like, you know, when we released our first EP, I lived in Texas and he was still in California, and we did all that shit over Skype. That was before Discord even existed. We recorded that whole EP over Skype. Like, he would literally set his microphone up in my kitchen, or in his kitchen, and then he would mute himself, record the vocals, shoot them over to me. I'd be like mixing it as he was like recording his parts. So it's definitely a doable feat, and I think that's kind of how the plan is to like go back to the old way that we used to do stuff, because that was the most effective way, ironically. So, but yeah, I have these, man, and then there's this last one, which is pretty cool too. I like this one too. But it's like our old stuff. That's what I want. That's the idea for this one, is like I'll still go back and I'll listen to that first EP we did, and a lot of the songs are like fun, man. They're just still fun to listen to, and I 100% feel like there's stuff we could have done better. But at the time, I mean, I was like 19 years old at the time, so at the time that was like really the best of my ability. But you know, with so much time having passed, and like both him and I are better at writing, I'm better at mixing and like producing and all that shit, and better at playing guitar. So there's a lot of things that will be better than the previous time that we went at it. You know what I mean? So I think it will be like that first EP, but like now, you know what I mean? Like the sound of it will be like right on par with that, instead of trying to like, you know, just like take shots at a different genre and like, you know, try all of these different things. Like, I appreciate that we tried a bunch of different things, but I think that the answer for like, you know, I struggled a lot over the years of like, what's the sound? What sound do we want to do? I think that the answer has been in front of us the whole time, and I think that the answer is like, this is the fucking sound. We had the sound. There was nothing wrong with the sound that we had. If anything, you just kind of tweak it and modernize it a little bit, instead of pulling so heavily from like old MySpace stuff. But you know, I think that the answer was right in front of us this whole time, and I think it would be very cool to attack it. Because I fucking love Till Death Do We Part, man. I fucking love it. I have my solo stuff, and then I have Pet Taxi, but solo stuff is like, you know, it's great, and it's a nice creative outlet, and it's stuff that I can just write and release like whenever I want. But like with Till Death Do We Part, or with Pet Taxi, it's kind of like, it's not my baby, you know, per se. I didn't create it. I just joined it. I don't really have too much of a say in what the direction or like the concepts or anything is, really. I'm just kind of there, is how I feel. And with Till Death Do We Part, I mean, we could really like create a universe, you know, like we already have a mascot. There could just be a shitload. Like I have a lot of ideas, man. Now finding a way to get those ideas out has always been the hard part, but all the pieces are there for Till Death Do We Part to be like its own fucking universe, man. And I think that we could really make it into something special. I think that it was on the right track, and I think that life happens, but I think that it feels like the right time, at least for me in my own headspace, to circle back and try what we had started again, but do it, like really do it this time, and do it right, and like really bring it to life, and you know, in certain aspects allow other people to help, like when it comes to merchandise and when it comes to photography and videos and stuff like that. I think that, you know, there are some things I can't fucking do everything myself, man. And that's something that I've always struggled with, is like accepting that I can't do everything myself. I've tried to do everything myself, man, like from photos to videos to making the merch to, like, you know, I can do a lot of things, but my skill level caps out at certain points where it's like, all right, I need to like accept that there are certain things that I can do, but there are some things that would be like 10 times, if not 100 times better in the hands of somebody else that like specifically does this. Like that's their thing, you know? And I think that allowing those other people to come in and help this time, instead of trying to be like a one-man team or a two-man team, would be incredibly beneficial. So when the time comes, there should be some really fucking cool, like, you know, t-shirts is a big one that I want to do. There's some really badass like designs for t-shirts. I really want to kind of expand on the mascot that we have, which is like that monster. I love him, man. I drew that when I was in Puerto Rico one time. I was like sitting at a table in Puerto Rico, listening to the demo for Curiosity Kills, and just kind of like trying to come up with concepts on like, you know, what should the cover art be for the EP, and I drew that shit just like in a notebook. I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I want to take that and I want to expand upon that. I want to not only like bring that character back to life, but I would like to add more characters into the mix. Like, I fucking love cartoons. Like, I've always loved cartoons. I love the style of cartoons. I love the bright colors. So I think that, you know, that's where I think Till Death Do We Part is different, and that's why I love it so much, is because I feel more freedom to do things like that with that project. Because when you do it in a solo project, it's like not as, I don't know, it feels like that it's just me, you know, it's my name. But Till Death Do We Part is like, it could be its own brand, essentially. You know, you can brand yourself, and I do that a lot already. But I feel like there's so much opportunity for branding and like characters and like I said, kind of creating its own whole universe for Till Death Do We Part. So like I think about this a lot, man. And I've been writing a lot, and a lot of it is like done, and you know, I do have some demos that are done, and like this one's pretty much a completed demo, man. This one's also old. I think this one was from March. I'm stuck. I like the end of this one a lot too, because there's like some alternate lyrics. I fucking love alternate lyrics. Same melody as like the, you know, the original one, but like change up the lyrics a little bit. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. It's pretty much a little taste of like the style that's coming. Now, one day you'll be able to save that. One day, not yet. Hopefully, I mean, not even hopefully. I would say that album should be out next year. I'd fucking know when, like the whole thing would come out, but at least singles will start coming out next year. I want to finish this year with the revamped versions of the old songs, and then do the new ones. I want to use the old ones to kind of revitalize the project, and then lead into the new ones, if that makes sense. Like I have, I don't even know where. My desktop is a disaster, but yeah, here you go. Like, so this is kind of like what to expect from October, is like the old songs with same vocals, but new instrumentals, because like a lot of those instrumentals were like, not the cleanest. I could do a lot better, but without re-recording the entire thing, there's a way I can pop the old vocals into a new instrumental, and I think that is very doable. But like here's Let Me Bother You, but the new one. So this will kind of be the vibe, but all of the songs will have like a new coat of paint, and then it'll be re-released on CDs, so you can grab those. It'll have new artwork. There'll be like new t-shirts, posters, like the whole store will get a 7-year anniversary revamp with all the old stuff kind of, but new, if that makes sense. I just got to find a way to make the vocals sound a little cleaner too, mixing wise, but it's there, Like that's the new one, for reference here. Mostly what bothers me about the old ones is the drums. So it kind of got a revamp, So that's the idea. That's kind of on the agenda. I will be diligently working at that over the course of September to get that ready for October, and I think it's like October 13th is the day we put that out. So October 13th will be kind of the beginning of the, whatever the word is, the, whatever it's called when you bring something back to life. The something. We're going to shock it back to life, man. Starting in October, so that's the plan. So hang in there. I promise I'm working. The revival. That's the word I was looking for. The revival of Till Death Do We arc is coming. I promise. I'm excited for it. Yeah, I promise. I'm busting ass. I promise. Reincarnation, kind of, yeah. Rebirth, re something. One of those. Those all work. But yeah, I promise. Every day I'm off and I'm working. If I'm not here, I'm either at work, like my actual, fucking mindless job that I have to pay the bills. If I'm not there, I'm working here. If I'm not on stream. So I love showing you kind of what I'm working on. I think that's kind of a cool part of streaming, as I can kind of, those of you who are here and at the streams, it's fun to show you a little in advance what's coming and what to expect. So hang in there. New single for myself should be coming by mid next month. And after that, October, we'll have some Till Death Do We Part stuff. And going forward from there, I have other stuff I can't even mention yet, because I'm not like I'm not allowed to, but it's not my place to talk about it yet. But there's a lot of stuff coming, so it's about to get cool, man. It's about to get very cool, very exciting. A lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. I promise. I'm busting ass back here, so more than I have in a long time. So I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go stuff my body with a family-size mac and cheese. Yep. That's the plan, is I'm going to go eat a family-size box of mac and cheese to myself. And it's 1 o'clock, so we'll see what happens after that. I streamed a lot more than I thought I was going to tonight. But once I'm on here, it's just kind of nice to talk and kick it for a little while. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Thanks for the new follows. Thanks for the subs. We'll continue to build out the stream room too. This whole setup is just going to get cooler and cooler. So follow, turn on those notifications. I'll be posting again now that I'm back home. I will be making some more shorts and whatnot. So anytime you want to interact, man, I'm always on my Instagram. I'm always on Twitter. So that's the place to find me. If you haven't joined the Instagram chat, it's called Jake's House. Go join that. You get kind of like, just updates on shit. And also when I go live, it's another place to see that I'm live. Yeah, it's a whole universe. I promise. We're creating the multiverse here, one day at a time. But I appreciate you. Take it easy. Be productive. Take care of yourself. Eat some food, for the love of God. If you haven't eaten food today, if you're anything like me and you have not eaten any food today, go eat some food. I'm probably going to eat food and play some Fortnite. That's probably the reality here. It's 1 o'clock. It's bedtime, dude. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming through. We got this, man. Another day down. Brand new day ahead of us. You got it. All right? You got it. I got it. We got it. One day at a time. Take care. I'll see y'all later, okay?
One day that
signing off.
Good
night.
Know how, and I don't know when. I'm just patiently waiting till then. Patiently waiting each day that goes by. Staring out windows at stars in the sky.